U.S. forces arrive to support deterrence efforts at Strait of Hormuz. This is article from 2023. We've done this before, but let's take a look at what it entails. Sailors and Marines with Navy's Bataan Amphibious Ready Group and the 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit, that float we were just talking about, arrived in the Middle East yesterday as part of a pre-announced deployment to support deterrence efforts in the Strait of Hormuz and elsewhere. As we have been for a very long time, we're coordinating with our partners in the region when it comes to U.S. military presence because, again, it's not just the U.S. military that's out there patrolling commercial shipping lanes. We're working as part of a broader coalition on that effort. Now, there you can see a carrier with all of its planes on deck. That's a display. He's either coming or going from port right there. They
Correct.
do not keep all of the ships out like that. Now, when I say that their tenders have most of their stuff, that's because there's a shitload of space below that deck where they stash all of those aircraft. And the hangars are huge. You can literally play a regulation basketball game on one of the damn hangars, on the elevators for the ships.
They're really big, man.
The vessel in the background, I think that's a tender.
But I don't know. I can't tell.
I think that's a tender. He's got the cab there. There's no real gun deck.
Yeah, okay, you're right.
And he doesn't have a very good radar up there that I can see. At any rate, here's the important part about that article. Did you catch the other thing that I said there about what they're doing and what they're protecting?
Well, they're protecting the aircraft carrier.
Well, that is the aircraft carrier, though. The thing that they're protecting in that little tiny space there. Here, let's share this tab again. We're going to go back to our friendly little map.
Here's another thing.
Remember,
say they get in that choke point and shit goes south. How are they going to maneuver and turn around and get the fuck out of there? 40 miles.
Wait, because here comes the fun part. You're not letting me get to the fun part.
Well, this is evil.
All of those.
That is an
Evil Pop's
waiting to get fucked.
Evil Pop is about to get a handful of sand for that anal rape.
Okay.
See Bahrain and Qatar and United Arab Emirates and Dubai all there along that stretch and into that gap. Right? Yeah. That is one of the busiest international shipping lanes in the world. And they're all in that little stretch, which means vessels are passing within 100 meters tops.
That's
all through that.
Listen,
so it isn't just our ships going through there alone, like on an exercise. No.
And there
are hundreds
over the other
none.
Zero control.
You have no control at all over them.
Wow.
And there's hundreds of them. Everything from the huge ocean-going freighters, which are basically big pointy cities that like to tip over at sea, to little small cargo tenders and tugs and all of that shit. So the carrier and all of the other ships and those two submarines that are traveling with it are going to go through that little freaking ocean-going rectum with all of those cargo ships around them
that they can't control.
And they don't know who's on them.
Correct.
Now, what we've learned from the Russia-Ukraine war is that the new fun thing to do is drones. Now, imagine an ocean-going freighter covered in connexes. And all of a sudden, that ocean-going freighter, which is cruising alongside the carrier group, all of the tops of those connexes go boop, and 1,000 drones come out.
Yeah, there's fuck all you could do. You have no reaction time.
At that range, the Seawiz might get half.
Yeah.
On a good day, the Seawiz might get half of those.
Nah, listen, that Seawiz is no joke. But
no, it's no joke at all. But you're talking at 1,000 drones at a range of 300 yards.
Yeah, you're done.
Yeah. It's a nightmare. I am so glad I am not part of this little festivity. This is one big fuckery. Absolutely, just waiting to happen.
Please tell me they're not moving multiple carrier groups into that. Persian Sea?
Well, that's funny you should ask, because the USS Gerald Ford set to deploy amid Israel-Iran conflict. That's a carrier group.
Hang on. They could
That's a
easily park
second
that.
carrier group.
The thing is they could park that carrier group right off the coast of Israel, and they could still conduct operations into Iran if they have to.
Let's see. You'd have to get the flight path clearances. Let's go back to the map real quick.
We're talking about a shooting war. Once a shooting war goes on, fuck off.
So let's say now you can see here with Israel, see the light blue there?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can get a physical carrier that close. The other vessels, I think so. Does Israel have deep water ports?
Yes,
I don't know. Do they? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's assume a distance of 5 miles offshore.
5 miles? Okay. That's actually
5 miles offshore. That's really close for a carrier group. But when you're doing tender operations between, that is not that bad. But you've got to, if you fly through Jordan and Iraq, I don't know if Jordan would let us go through there. Just to get to Iranian airspace, you're looking at 800 miles.
Okay.
So there's the problem there. And that goes through Jordanian and Iraqi airspace. Now, if they had to do a little disco dance and Jordan said, okay, you can fly across that narrow part there, and then Saudi Arabia said, okay, you can use our airspace, we're going to let you skirt that, and then Kuwait is friendly to us. Now you're still looking at 985 miles.
Yeah, that's
if you have to skirt Iraqi airspace.
Yeah.
That's best case scenarios, 985 miles. Now, our bombers can do that in their fucking sleep.
Yes.
Our bombers were bombing Iraq from Oklahoma.
Yeah, but there was a lot of refueling in between.
There was a lot of refueling, but they were still doing it from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what's going on with that. Let's go back to the USS Gerald Ford, which is a second carrier group. U.S. Navy's newest and most advanced aircraft carrier will deploy next week to Europe as a growing conflict between Iran and Israel wages on. That means they're going to go do a buildup. They're moving out of Norfolk, which is where all of our shit is. This is 6th Fleet. So 9th Fleet and 6th Fleet are both looking at moving into the area. That's a goat rodeo waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Ford is expected to depart Naval Station Norfolk next week and travel to U.S. 6th Fleet area of operations, a component of U.S. forces. That's AFRICOM. Those guys are pretty squared away. The AFRICOM guys are good. Your civil affairs would have worked with AFRICOM.
Yeah. And then
carriers embarking as part of a regularly scheduled deployment, right? And the move is not in response to rising tensions in the Middle East, right? The
hang on a minute. So, Steve.
Yep.
So we have one carrier, 2 missile cruisers, 4 destroyers at a minimum, with 2 subs and 1 amphibious warfare craft, plus
full of Marines.
Yeah, probably 2 tenders for every surface ship there.
For every combat ship.
Yeah, the subs, they can go like 4 to 6 months underwater and be fine.
Yeah.
But goddamn, that's a clusterfuck of
in the middle of one of the biggest shipping lanes in the world.
Wow.
It's a nightmare. It is an absolute fucking nightmare. It's strategically speaking, it is Looney Tunes. Tactically speaking, as I don't know what I would do. I honestly don't know what I would do. I just hope I was on the ship that wasn't hit. Basically, that's about as far as I could get with that.
And here's another thing. Like, if the entire Middle East decides, fuck America, there's absolutely no way we can run any kind of ship into the Persian Gulf.
No.
Because you're literally surrounded, 360 degrees by anti-ship missile countries that can easily fuck you over.
Bahrain, Oman, and Kuwait all have enough money to field, at a minimum, really good anti-aircraft and probably really good anti-ship. Given that those countries rely on shipping so heavily, as in, like, that's the way they move everything they get or give, my guess is they've got some really good naval counter operations too. I've never worked with them. I've never been around them, especially for any of that shit. But that would be my guess, given that that is their entire livelihood.
Dude, that is some rat shit, bat shit, dirty old twat if you get stuck out in the middle of that.
69 assholes tied in a knot.
Dude, you know, that's what happened after you lose a carrier.
Yeah.
Everyone's asshole will fucking be tied in a knot.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people will be losing careers.
Like 3,500 people?
5,000.
5,000 meat suits.
A fully staffed carrier. I'm pretty sure it's 5,000.
Well, check me out. Check the math on that.
On a...
That's a lot of people. That seems a little high. You're not getting the answer?
Oh.
All right. It's worse.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
A fully staffed carrier will carry over 6,000.
God damn, that's a lot of meat suits.
A Nimitz class is capable of carrying over 6,000. That's with air wing personnel. The ship's company alone is 3,800.
Wow.
A Ford class is still 4,500. Get this, the closest foreign carrier is, believe it or not, oh no, the French have them by 10. The Russian full carriers carry 1,960.
That's it?
That tells you how fucking huge our carriers are.
Yeah.
A fully staffed Nimitz class carries over 6,000.
Holy shit.
It's literally the size of a small city in the United States of America.
Yeah. Holy crap.
So that's the size of the ship, plus all of the attendant vessels that we were talking about, trying to maneuver in those waters while the busiest international shipping lane in the world goes about its daily business.
Yeah, I'm not.
That is a bizarre decision.
Yeah, in Iran, they literally can shut that down. There's
yeah, they could shut down if they shut down that bottleneck. It's done. Well, the problem Iran will have is whether or not Oman, Bahrain, and Kuwait decide to retaliate, or Qatar rather.
Well, I mean, what are they going to do? I mean,
money. Those states all trade heavily.
But the thing is,
states all trade heavily. It's not like with us.
If Iran shuts that strait down, it's equivalent of doing financial suicide to them. They're already been sanctioned for years.
Which is my point. Yeah, it would be financial suicide. So they're kind of over a barrel, but they could float a carrier, a freighter past one of our carrier groups and pull the old drone trick.
You're correct. Yeah, holy crap!
I think that is what
somebody in the chat says. A full-size fleet is 35 ships.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Thanks for looking at that. Appreciate that.
3 dozen ship. Holy smoking Joe Frazier. God damn, that's fucked up.
I hate to be grim about it, but I really think that is what's next in naval warfare. Float what looks like an ocean-going freighter past somebody, and all of a sudden, all of those connexes open up.
Yep.
Thousands of micro drones. Look, one of the things that the soft guys that we worked with, and I'm sure you learned this as well. Well, I'm certain you learned this as well. You don't have to blow up the whole fucking thing. all you have to do is blow up the tiny little part that makes the whole fucking thing run.
Yes, or cause a huge fire.
Right.
Yeah.
Like with a bridge, if you blow up exactly the right stanchion in exactly the right place, the weight of the bridge does the rest of the work for you. It's the same with these ships. You hit the right piece and they're fucked. You take out a screw on one of these ships.
You're talking a propeller, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or if the drones could get, like on the carriers, you've got those lower decks where they keep all of the aircraft. Imagine 100 drones flying in there and going pop.
Yeah, you're done.
You're
we almost lost
done.
Forrestal over that shit.
Yeah. Yep.
I believe the Forrestal was actually retired shortly after because it was too expensive to refit the entire thing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just insane. I don't know what they're thinking.
Well, okay, just imagine you're living in a small city in the ocean and your city's on fire.
Yes.
That is like some next level nightmare bullshit right there. No fucking thank you. I'm good.
Oh, wait.
There's more.
There's more. If you subscribe now. So we've already mentioned the 6th Fleet and the 9th Fleet moving into the area, right? Guess what's in Bahrain? The little country directly next to Qatar and right in the Persian Gulf, about 200 miles from that bottleneck. U.S. 5th Fleet. We'll have a third fleet in there.
Oh my God.
There will be 3 fleets in the area. Iran has reportedly threatened to retaliate and target U.S. military assets spread across at least 19 sites in the Middle East.
Holy shit. 3 fucking fleets?
It's so bad. It's so bad. This is where I got the title for the show tonight. Too many toys in the bathtub. And Dire Straits was pretty obvious.
Yes.
But it's too many toys in the bathtub. You don't have any room to maneuver these things.
Yeah. God,
what are you doing?
I'm at a loss, man. 3 full fleets. So that's like 90, 100 and 105 to 110 fucking U.S. ships in that small little sea. I know a sea, everyone's like, oh, it's a sea, though. No, it's not that big. Not when you have radar that literally goes like between 350 to 500 miles.
Yeah.
That literally is a bathtub.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.